Hi everybody, thank you very much for joining me on the latest video. I hope you're all well and dandy out there in Beatles land, YouTubers, fellow YouTube creators, record collectors, the VC and anybody else that is interested in an old geezer talking a load of rubbish about some records. Right. Firstly, I want to make this clear before I start, this is not a record store day finds video. I didn't go to record store day, but Beatle Dave has got some records to show you. Yesterday, came home from work, postman had been, bought me a collection of Beatles and Beatles related records. Now these are a gift, right? A gift from a fellow YouTuber and a subscriber of the channel, the Vinyl Vault. So thank you very much, the Vinyl Vault. You know, you do send me things from time to time. Sometimes we do deals, but you said you didn't want anything for these, so I will leave a description somewhere, you know, a link to his channel in the description somewhere down here. So if you haven't checked his channel out, please do. Fantastic channel, very, very entertaining. So he has done a little video on some of these records, and I think he thought that they were absolutely rubbish and he was going to chuck them away. Of all things, he's going to chuck them away. So he sent me a message, private message. He says, Dave, I'm going to send you these records. Now, whether you want to put them straight in the bin or not is entirely up to you, but I'm going to send them, see what you think, sort of thing, which is what we're going to do now. So just bear with us 1 second. I will put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing, which is always a good thing to do, isn't it? Oh, I can see you all. So they're not in fantastic condition. I'm not expecting them to be in mint condition, because that's why he sent to me, because he was going to throw them away. But as some of you know, I've got a project vacuum record cleaning machine and things like that, so I think all these are going to need a really, really good clean. So without further ado, let's get on to the records, shall we, folks? So the first one is, these are in no particular order, the Beatles A Hard Day's Night mono LP, flip back sleeves. And in all fairness, this cover looks in pretty good condition. Yeah, it could do with a little clean. So it's PMC 1230. It's in a Gerald and Lofthouse patents pending sleeve, and you get your flip backs. So the cover, really, really nice. Can't say anything wrong with that, to be honest. Your inner is just a plain inner sleeve, which doesn't matter because I will be putting these into new anti-static sleeves once I've cleaned them. To be fair, this doesn't look in too bad a condition. It is on the yellow and black Parlophone, and you've got the Parlophone Co-Limited on the outer label, so that means it is a pre-1965 pressing, doesn't it? So that, I'll show you the labels first. Now there is some marks on here, and I'm touching it because it doesn't matter, because they're going to get cleaned. Let's have a look. But there is things that look like scratches, but you can't feel them. So the vinyl feels very, very flat. Like I say, it's going to need a good clean. I think what I'll have to do a deep clean first with like my spin clean, probably 2 times maybe on this, and then do it on the project cleaning machine. Now the thing with Beatles records and any records, LPs from the late 1960s, is sometimes they can look absolutely battered, but they'll play lovely. Now these will be played, they won't be played on my setup there, they'll be played on my BRS deck, which is down there, which is a mono deck, which is what these were meant to be played on. And I bet you any money when I've cleaned these, they play okay. Yes, there might be a little bit of snap, crackle and pop, as we say, but they are vintage records. So that one, that's okay. I think that will clean up nicely. Now we've got with the Beatles, again mono copy, PMC 1206, and again it's in a Gerard and Lofthouse patents pending cover. Somebody has put a heart there, so this has got "You Really Got a Hold on Me," not got a hold, got a hold on me. The cover's not as good as the Hard Day's Night one, to be fair. A little bit missing there. So yeah, but I think this could still clean up quite nice. Again, it's just in an ordinary paper inner sleeve. Now this has got the Dominion music credit for "Please Mr. Postman," and it has got the Dominion Belinda Limited for money, so I don't know if that makes this the rare one or not. Can't see any tax code on it. I think it's very, very hard to see. I think that says MT on there. This is in nowhere near as good as condition as the A Hard Day's Night. There is marks on this all over, to be honest, but again, there's nothing that is actually feelable. So I think with a deep clean, this again could come up really, really nice. I think what we're going to do, we'll do this video and then give me a week maybe, or 2 weeks. Give me time to really give these a really good clean, and then time to play them, and then I'll tell you what I think of them afterwards. Is that fair? Is that what we should do? But again, there's nothing on here that's feelable. If I'd have seen this in a charity shop, I would have probably paid a couple of quid for it. So you can see things there, but like I say, it looks like there's scratches, but you can't feel it. And if you're playing it on a vintage record deck, which I will be, I won't be putting it on a modern record deck, then I think once these have been cleaned, they will sound okay. Again, the odd bit of pop in the background or crackle, does that matter when you're talking about vintage records? Remember, this is how the Beatles wanted you to hear the records originally, was mono records on a mono record player. And there were record players then, there weren't hi-fis, they were just like a deck and a speaker, weren't they? Then there's this one. Oh, thank you very much, Vinyl Vault. I've been after a copy of this for years. Revolver. I'm not taking the mickey when I say that, because this is the American version of it, so you get less songs on this, don't you? Basically, the best John Lennon songs were took off this and put on yesterday and today, weren't they? So you get Taxman, Eleanor Rigby even, Love You Too, Here, There, Everywhere, Yellow Submarine, and She Said, Side 2 is Good Day Sunshine, 401, I Want to Tell You, Got to Get You Into My Life, and Tomorrow Never Knows. Now, the cover on this, again, is not in brilliant condition. It's a bit grubby, to say the least, but it's not too bad. I've seen worse. And the thing with American records, where they used to suffer a lot with ringwear, didn't they? So I can't do anything about that. I don't even think I could clean that bit, because it's not laminated, is it? And let's just get that out. And the seam's gone. The seam is gone. I will probably just keep that as it is. I will try and clean it as best I can, but I don't think there's a lot I can do to actually make that look any better than what it is, if that makes sense. I don't want to sellotape it, because that defeats the object. But it's, yeah, I mean, it's still acceptable, isn't it? That is still acceptable, I'd say. Let's have a look at the record then, shall we? Again, that'll be getting thrown. This time this is on the Capitol label, the Rainbow Capitol label, and it is mono, by the way. Yeah, so to be fair, that doesn't look that bad. Lots of marks on it, lots of tiny little marks on it, nothing feelable. So fingers crossed, once this has had a deep clean, it should be a nice playable copy. It can't make good records into excellent records, but it can make them playable so that you can listen to them. Now that there is a scratch, but it's not feelable, so hopefully that will still play. There's lots of like little hairline marks and things on it, but yeah, that one, I don't think that's too bad, to be fair. Again, we will be doing a follow-up video to this in a week or so, when I've had time to clean them all and play them, and then, like I say, I will give you my honest opinion. So, but for saying somebody's gave me these, haven't they? So it doesn't matter. They won't be going in the bin, no matter what. They will not be going in the bin. Oh dear. He says, oh dear. I'm sorry for laughing at this one, but this is a copy of Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Mono. And from the looks of it, it is an original. The spine's intact, which is quite unusual for these. But the front cover is a disaster. Look at that. Look at that. Now, somebody just ripped that up. That somebody had an argument with the wife and the, or the partner, and they've just gone like that. We will never know. And it's a shame because the rest of it don't look in that bad a condition. But I think I might have a spare cover. I know I used to have a spare cover for this. So it's not all doom and gloom, folks. And again, you don't play the cover, do you? So if the record's alright and the record looks so that it's in a polyline sleeve, anti-static sleeve. I've seen worse. Now that has got a very, very nasty scratch just there. I don't know if you can see it, and that is actually just about feelable. Side 2 just looks like it needs a good clean. So that is the labels, by the way. So again, I don't think this is a lost cause. I think once it's had a deep clean, although that scratch is a bit, I don't know. That's the thing. I mean, I've got Beatles records, and they look, original Beatles albums, and some of them do look absolutely battered and scratched, and I mean really, really do, but they play fine on the record deck, which is there. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. Now, saying that, I know some charity shops would still put this out for sale and want probably £10 for it. And to be fair, if that cleans up okay, it's worth £10, isn't it? Not that I'm going to sell any of these, by the way. I must emphasise that. Just bear with 1 second. Then we've got, again, this is one of those that I think he was going to throw in the bin. And I can see why. It's the Beatles 1962 to 1966. So this should be a double album. And it is a gatefold, but again, somebody's decided to rip it. Why? I don't understand why. The gatefold's not in too good a condition. The disc is missing out of that, but you do, at least there is the thing there, but I don't think it's in very good condition. So what is this? Is this side 3 and 4? Or is it side 1 and 2? That is sides 3 and 4. I'm not too sure about this one, to be fair. It does just look like it needs a really, really good clean on there. But there is a scratch there which is feelable. It is the only one which is feelable. And by the time these came out in the 70s, look, see there. Now that one there, what you just saw, I can find it, that is not feelable, that scratch there. And then it looks terrible. That ain't feelable. But because the vinyl was a lot thinner, sometimes it's harder to, you know, for the record to play. Again, I will try my best to clean it. There's nothing here so far that I think I'm going to chuck in the bin, and I won't chuck anything in the bin. Even these covers, I can get covers, you know, if you look hard enough you can get covers. I mean, that's been sellotaped anyway there, so that cover is about shot, to be honest, but that vinyl still looks okay. So that's another one. Fingers crossed we should be able to get a playable copy out of it. Now we've got the Beatles love songs, and this was £5 from WH Smith's. I wonder how many years ago that was. Is there anything inside that says? So I know WH Smith's sometimes used to put a little sticker in, didn't they, saying when it was from. Not a bad album actually, this, the Beatles love songs, although in America you got a far superior pressing of this, didn't you? Was it on gold coloured vinyl and you got a booklet and everything? We just got the records in a gatefold sleeve in the UK. Some lovely tracks on it though, so let's have a look and see what this is like on the inside, shall we? Well, there's a number there which says 278, so that could mean it was from February 1978, but which it could be, because this came out in 1977, didn't it? I think, off the top of my head. To be fair, this doesn't look in too bad a condition. Well, size 1 and 2 don't. That just needs a good clean. That really just does need a good clean. You know, there's some dust on it and things, but like I say, these will get a deep clean. So that is record 1. So is record 2 going to be as nice a condition as that? Well, at least we have got record 2. So we've got both of the records out of that double set. That's in a completely different sleeve though, to be honest. So I would say February 78 could be about right for these. Yeah, it's not too... I think if you're watching the vinyl vault, I think this one just needed a really, really good clean. This Love Songs. And it is a fantastic album. It really is a nice album. And that looks pretty flat as well. So yeah, so that's probably the best out of the bunch, to be fair, but it's still going to get a deep clean and everything anyway. So yeah, so far I'm really, really happy. Now what we've got? Band on the Run. Paul McCartney and Wings. You all know the songs on this, don't you, from the reissue from, was it last year? Cover is spot on. Can't really find anything wrong with this, except somebody called Julie has wrote a name there. Now, some diehard collectors, if somebody's wrote a name or something on it, oh, I don't want it, I don't want it. To me, that's part of this record's history. Whoever Julie was, I don't know, but I've got your record. Have we got the inner sleeve? Yeah, we've got the inner sleeve. No poster. Now that, to be fair, is in very good plus. That. What's the record like? The cover, inner sleeve, is probably one of the best ones I've seen, because these tend to rip at the bottom, don't they? But no, that is in really, really nice condition. Again, Julie's put a name on it, eh? People used to do it, didn't they? They used to go to parties and things. And to be fair, he says, nearly dropping it, this is the version that's still got the Apple logo there, where later ones from 1975 onwards would either just say EMI Records or MPO. So this could be a first pressing. Don't think it is. There is some slight Again, there's some slight marks on it and some, shall we say, hairline scratches, but there's nothing on there that's feelable. And looking at that, where the spindle wear is where the hole is in the centre, doesn't seem to have had much play, does it really? Again, that is, I'd say that's in very good condition, that. Yeah, so it is a bit of a mixed bag. Paul McCartney, Tug of War. You see, there's something about this one, wasn't there? Is this a foreign press in this one? Is it American? Columbia. The American Columbia, which was part of CBS, not the British Columbia, which was part of EMI. Let's have a look at this. I remember you saying something about this. So the cover is in good condition. Starting to get a little bit there, and a bit of ring wear on the back. It's okay though, isn't it? It's okay. Yeah, I've got a feeling this is either American or Canadian, isn't it? It doesn't say. Just says Columbia, trademark of CBS Inc. Too. That's not in too bad a condition, to be honest. Again, it's going to need a good, really good clean. Now, if you live in America, you're thinking, Dave, what are you getting excited about that for? It's as common as muck. Probably is in America, but to see anything in the UK on a different label to what you're used to, you know, is really nice. So, you know, I'm quite happy because so far I found this in this, and we've got the American version of Revolver, which, to be fair, I've just been looking at and I nearly put a bid on one. So you might have saved me some money there, mate. Yeah, it has got some marks on it, but I think that will come up okay. Again, I think that will come up okay. So yeah. So what else have we got? George Harrison, Got My Mind Set on You. Limited edition, free poster. Do we get the poster with it? Got My Mind Set on You, extended version. Got My Mind Set on You, single version. Lay His Head. Do we get the poster? Yeah. So this has even got a poster with it, which is actually quite a nice poster. See it in all its glory. That would look nice up on the wall, wouldn't it, eh? But to do that, I've got to rearrange all my room. So, yeah, we've got the poster with it. So what's the... And the cover is in really nice condition. So I don't know what you've paid for these, mate, but if I'd have found these, I'd have been quite over the moon with them. I mean, yes, it does need a really good clean. But I think that's just where it's been stood in a loft or something, that, or in a garage even. So that is the A side on the lovely Dark Horse Records label, and then that is the B side. Yes, it's going to need a good clean, like all of these are going to, but I'll be honest, I don't think there's anything here that I would actually want to throw away. Not that I throw it away anyway, but I'm just saying, obviously if you're buying records to sell or to resell, then yeah, these probably wouldn't be for you. But if you're just going to clean them and put them into your collection like I am, I can't find anything wrong with them. Again, Imagine by John Lennon. Yes, I've got a few copies of this, but this looks in really nice condition. Oh, the glue's gone. So it needs re-gluing, which is nothing. I've got the glue to do that. Right, so you don't get the original inner sleeve, because these came in a like a bit of a psychedelic sleeve. That is an old parlophone one by the looks of it, which is dropping to bits. Yeah, there's a few marks on it, but again, I think once that's been cleaned, or had a deep clean, that will make that an excellent copy. Really, really nice copy. The custom Apple label with John on that side. Yes, I mean, to be fair, yes, I know I've got to put some work into these, but I don't mind. It was a gift, it was a gift. So, and then we've got Double Fantasy. John Lennon, Yoko Ono. John's comeback album wanted this, and then shortly after it was released, he was sadly killed, wasn't he? What would John think of the world nowadays? Eh? Would he sort of like be saying to himself, "I told you so," or would he be saying, just remember peace and love, and all you need is love, and give peace a chance, and all that lot? That's in mint condition. That just basically needs a wipe over. It doesn't actually look like it's ever been played. So yeah. So I think there's a few hidden treasures in this lot, to be honest. Well, for me, not for everybody, for me, there's a few really, really nice and interesting records in there. I mean, I didn't have the George Harrison one. I've got the 12-inch, but not with the poster. If you can hear the dog barking, somebody just banged on the door. So I'm sorry for that if it's interrupted your viewing. Yeah, there's a Revolver, the mono Revolver American pressing, which I've been after for a while. So there's that. There's the Paul McCartney Tug of War, which I think is an American pressing. So there's some nice things in there. So once again, thank you to the Vinyl Vault. A link will be down here in the description somewhere to his channel. So please, if you're not checked his site out, please check his video YouTube channel out. Fantastic, really is a fantastic channel. Really, really is a brilliant bloke as well. And it's a bit like me, sometimes he doesn't take himself too seriously. I'm just going to do a couple of quick Beatles twist and shout outs because I haven't done any for a while. So the first one goes, the twist and the shout out goes to obviously the Vinyl Vault for sending me these absolutely wonderful records that I think he was going to throw away. But yeah, they won't get thrown away now, mate. They will be, they've come to good aim. The second one is to a channel that I've only really been watching since just before Christmas, and it's called The Mermaid Tavern. So here's your twist and your shout out to The Mermaid Tavern. Again, check that channel out. And then the final one is going to go to my old mate Beatley Tone of Beatley Tone's Beatles channel. Just a couple. I'm very sorry, Tone. I'm behind on your videos. I did actually want to watch the one last night that you did your live stream, but by the time I came home from work, I was absolutely knackered, mate. I might watch it on catch up, but it's never really the same watching it on catch up, is it? So I hope everything went well there, and thank you to everybody that is liking and leaving me comments. And that is going to be it. Oh, one more thing before I go. The Vinyl Vault even sent me a book, rock album cover. So this is all the story behind some of the album covers from out the years. So once again, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it's been a bit of entertainment. Like I say, I will be doing a follow-up video on this in the next week or so. Give me time to clean them and play them on my record deck, which is that one down there, which was meant for mono records. So peace, love and happiness to you all. Thank you very much again, once again, to the Vinyl Vault for this wonderful gift of these records. They will be cleaned and they will be cherished by my mate. And check out his channel, if nothing else. Whatever you're doing, please stay safe. Remember, Beatle Dave loves you. And until the next time, thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy day for watching this video. And remember, Beatle Dave loves you. Peace and love to you all. Peace and love.